You mentioned farmers being able to like farm for their families, communities, for like selling purposes and also for themselves, right? And you spoke about crops being involved, seeds being involved. Now we have this situation
We love situations. Tell me.
in Kenya that I don't love. Me, we.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I
we
don't love this one.
Don't love.
No, I don't love this one.
Okay.
So in Kenya, farmers are being arrested for sharing their seeds. What's your take on that?
Do we have like a beep? Beep. No. Okay. Cool. I'll be respectful. No. So I will
Family
not be that
friendly.
person. Family friendly. So it's really like a sad. It's really sad what is happening then, because once again it's again like our leaders or people that we've elected and put into power to really like lead us and make the right decisions for us. It's them again, I think, just like choosing profit over like people. It's really a selling and really selling us to the highest bidder. So a little like into like what's happening in Kenya is essentially there are these punitive laws that have been put in place that are being taken to court. So a number of smallholder farmers, so as was mentioned, like farmers that grow for their own kind of communities as well as to make an income out of what they grow, they have kind of taken the government to court, really citing how punitive and like how nonsensical these laws that they're wanting to put in place, which basically say that you cannot exchange kind of indigenous seeds. So imagine we're both farmers and you kept some of your seeds because you obviously want to use them in the next, I don't know what the term is. Season, thank you.
Yeah.
We're such a great team together. So in the next season, so they would obviously keep them, and because like Ubuntu is a thing. If you don't have, I have seeds. So there's that kind of like sharing of seeds
And maybe bartering.
and bartering as well too. Whatever the case is, essentially Kenya is coming down and saying that we can't, or farmers can't do that. They've imposed a 2-year imprisonment if you do it, or like a ban of like a lot of money, which is just like ridiculous, because I think what also, as much as like it's just like but I think it's that importance of like seeds and like how those are also very important to like us as people. Like essentially I can only imagine like farmers like passing down these seeds and like having sessions with their young people to say, hey, this is how you grow crops. So fundamentally, when you cut out a bartering or sharing, not bartering, but like a sharing of these seeds, you're ultimately also cutting that out. So it's like a whole generation of people learning about indigenous seeds and learning about just like culture and what that means. And yeah, so that's what's happening in Kenya. It's not cool at all.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
This is the very same Kenya. Like this week, 2-3 days, 4 days back. Yeah, manje. We had the Africa Climate Summit. I'm like, how does a country host this type of a summit, yet its very own government is actually arresting people for sharing seeds? And it's not like big scale farmers, it's like small scale farmers, like communities that live out of this, right? How does that like make the community as a whole? Because I think you also need crops for your food.
Yeah, I do. And like the better the seeds are, and like the more like nutritional the food is, I like to think. And also I think it then cuts out like the, if I know a small farmer that is growing like seeds or whatever the case is, that's like down the road or like local. I think that in its own, again, the larger scheme of it, it's helping like the climate, and like because it means I don't need to travel so long to get to them. I can simply just like drive or walk down, cycle down to my farmer and get what I need to get. We're cutting out really the emissions of like trucks and flying it over, importing it, and all that comes that comes with it. Unlike the Kenya and like the summit, I don't like. I feel like I don't think I would say anything that
Don't.
would like keep you on. Like I feel like we're gonna like X the show after I say anything.
Yeah.
But it's just. I just hope that we use such kind of like summits or opportunities to really like call out and say, hey, it's very hypocritical what you're doing, and this is how it's affecting us. And I'm happy to have heard that they were kind of like activists and like organizations that went that kind of are in support of kind of doing away with these punitive laws or just like this whole like neo-colonial like approach or system that like governments tend to take up on, work with or like follow. So I guess it's that. It's really a try as much as we can just to like, hey, hopefully it will make sense and the math will math. Because right now the math is not mathing. As to what it is.
As in, what's a hypocrite in Xhosa?
Oh Lord, why are you putting me on that spot? Is it
Yeah, they are that. Kenyan government, you are that. Ama